Action.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Legend of Zelda: Broken Path. I am your wondrous DM, and these my players.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Roll20 finally opened. Yay.
Hello.
You guys never sound excited.
Oh, yes, we did this time.
Don't take it personally. I'm perpetually unexcited.
Yeah, take two.
There we go. Action.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Legend of Zelda: Broken Path. I am your wondrous DM, and these my players.
Yeah!
Woo!
That was a little too excited.
I mean, you say we should be more excited, so.
I did, but that was like punching someone excited.
All right, let's try it again. All right, from the top.
No, it's fine.
There's no way of making you happy.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy.
I think I'm
Anyway.
getting Roll20 up and ready.
All right. Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
Anyone got any news or announcements?
Mm-mm.
It's Casual Friday, even though it's Saturday.
It is Casual Friday here on this wonderful Saturday. Yes.
Wait, are we ever gonna do like that drunk session that we always talked about? That we talked about once?
Okay. See, we could. It's just you guys really want your DM to be drunk.
That's true. He's gonna rain fire from the sky.
True.
I don't think it should be a serious session. I think it should be a
It could be a gag session.
Yeah.
Like, you know what would be great right now?
Yeah.
If-
Otherwise,
if
you'd be like,
fire
hey, guys,
rain
you
from
wanna
the
fight
sky
Ganon? I think you
and
wanna
killed
fight Ganon.
Hyrule. I was just like, all right, roll dice. If you get lower than 20, fire from the sky.
No.
You're dead.
We're gonna be drunk and we're gonna be like, fuck Ganon, we're fighting demise.
Right. We're just gonna go straight to the end of the game, I guess. Let's go fight everything. Murder Hobo Edition.
I mean, we beat those undead, so.
You did, with some ingenuity in turning my Redeath into a blender. That's cool. But I'm not bitter.
Uh-huh. You know, when people usually say that, it means they're actually are bitter deep down.
We'll see. Anyway. Alright.
Never mind, do not get Roll20 started.
Are you still having some issues?
It froze, but it's fine. We're just gonna put it up here.
That's fine. Alright, so guys. Let's recap, shall we? You all, still don't have a name for your adventuring party yet. But your adventuring party, upon discovering 3 very unique books in the Imperial Highness's Anara's collection, brought them with you, and you all have surmised that you need to go to Hyrule, the abandoned Hyrule castle and town, to discover more hints on what could have possibly happened 100 years ago, after briefly meeting, seemingly, with the 3 in question. And so you did. You ventured forth into the accursed and deadly land of the abandoned castle and town, only to have Gorian, Lavana, and Misha all fall unconscious for a time before awakening and traversing through the first quarter, where you were met with a whole lot of redeads, but through some smart spell slinging and ingenuity, you survived the encounter, and you moved on to the second quarter through a series of successful stealth rolls, bypassing a large portion of the threat, although you all did eventually come to blows with stall foes. And and earlier than that, you also fought ghostly ninjas, it seemed, that nearly killed Amara.
Yay!
Shouldn't really lots of the Scalfos. But during the fight, Lavana accidentally had one of her spells affect Katal, who seemed furious and threatened to kill her as she did so again, thus causing a rift in the party, with Amara threatening him right back. And so, you all resting in another abandoned house. The girls having their bonding time, and Gorian ultimately asking Katal for the truth, who he is, and why he is the way he is. And that is where we're going to pick up.
All right.
So, let me move you guys back this way. Hold on a second.
Yeah!
I appreciate your candor. That's not it. Hold on, over. A lot of these. Ah, there you go. All right, so. They're all still back here. Yep, perfect. All right, so. Gorian, we'll
Yes.
begin with you.
Well, last session, Gorian had sat down with Gital, explained to him the reason that he was really demanding answers now was because he feels he might be sharing the same fate with Gital, because both of them seem to have something haunting them, I guess you could say. And after he showed his mark, he sat down and asked Gital to explain the story from the beginning. So I suppose it's up to Gital to start.
That is true. All right. You are sitting. You're sitting across from him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Catal, he looks a bit uncomfortable, but given the circumstance, he understands that, at least to you, he can explain a few things about himself. So, as you say, starts from the beginning, you see Catal kind of take a deep breath and exhale. Well, suppose we should start simple then. We'll start with my parents. He kind of nods and he shifts, kind of his back's still against the wall. But he looks distant for a moment before, ultimately kind of regaining himself. My mother is, Impa. However, what you might not know is the title of Impa is given to the Kakariko head, of our village. She is tasked with a manner of things, protecting the people, protecting the royal family when we still had that pact with them. And she leads us.
So you mean Shika village, or you say Kakariko?
Kakariko. The Shika are in Kakariko.
Oh, okay.
And my father, you see him visibly shift. And now knowing what you know about, you remember that cloaked figure saying his father wanted to see Catal, and Catal refusing. You sense there's some kind of animosity between them. You're not sure why, though.
I see.
My father's name is Ra. You seem like uncomfortable again.
Gorian just kind of urges him to go, not sort of nudges him, I guess, says, go on.
Right. He's the leader of the Yiga. My father, he wasn't always like that. You see, there's, now that he started to talk about it, it's only you two in here. You can see there's a very deep sadness in his eyes, just recalling the memory. As if this is a very sensitive subject.
Mm-hmm. Gorian isn't willing to back down right now because it's a little bit, it's gotten kind of out of hand, so he kind of really wants to see this through.
Right. And you see Catal, he steals his jaw as if he understands that, and he continues as well. How it's told to me, my father was my mother's right hand. He helped defend her. He was an advocate for protecting others and doing the right thing, ultimately, in all things. My mother even told me in their younger days, he helped keep her grounded. My mother has a bit of a temper. You see him kind of give a sad chuckle, and then he frowns again.
Gorian nods, you can kind of relate.
And then, in time, I was born. And not long after, my sister, Natra, as well. They were good parents. They loved us. My father was a bit more of the soft-hearted one. My mother was more of the disciplinarian. In fact, I can remember us trying to steal this, I think, yarn, and we got caught by my dad. And my mother was coming around the corner, and my dad immediately took the boss from us, and he turned to her, looking guilty. She yelled at him, but he got in trouble on our behalf. We felt horrible about it. My sister started crying and gave it away, and as he's talking about, these past memories, you see like a smile on his face a bit. And then that pain that was in his eyes kind of goes away. He realizes he's getting caught in a memory, and you see him look up to you, and he shakes his head. But you're not here about all that, right?
Gorian's a little bit conflicted. He doesn't just want to stop, I could tell, and rush him to the hard part because it's kind of hard getting into that. So he's like, I have plenty of time. Just go at the pace which makes you feel comfortable.
As you say that, you see Catal kind of, he blinks for a moment, and then he kind of shakes his head. Gorian, you are impossibly nice.
Gorian kind of actually sighs there. At this point, he feels like he's hiding something, but he kind of reveals it by saying, I try my best.
I appreciate that. You see Catal kind of get serious again. Well, I guess it started when my parents began to disagree. There was an incident where the royal family was threatened by one of our own. They were a wayward soul, but my father still held compassion for them. My mother, however, she has a very final way of thinking. Should someone betray us, much less put the royal family in jeopardy, it is our duty to put an end to them. My father didn't share that opinion. So when the time came and we tracked them down, my father, he stopped the assailant that was going to do away with the traitor. That caused a rift between the two of them, I think, for the first time ever.
Oh.
And then it just built up. Some of us in the village shared my father's point of view. And it all came to a head when my mother discovered, rather, no, it wasn't my mother, it was Natra, my sister. Natra, she discovered that some of the others were selling their services for rupees. Assassins, mercenaries. That is against our code.
I see.
When my mother accosted those who committed such acts, they revealed that they were acting under orders from my father, Ra. When she confronted him, he said he didn't believe it was our duty to protect the royal family anymore, that it was our right as citizens of the world to seek different paths, have freedom to do whatever we wanted to do. My mother was furious.
Gorian kind of understands the concept that complete and total freedom can sort of steer people from a straight path. And he kind of brings that up in the conversation.
Mm-hmm. And as she says so, Catal nods. That was exactly what she feared. You see him kind of clench his jaw for a moment. I was always conflicted. That day, my father and those that shared his opinion were exiled. I stayed in Kakariko with my sister and mother, but every now and then I would leave under the light of a full moon to see my father. He was always so happy to see me.
Gorian asks, is that who you were expecting to see back in Hyrule Fields?
To be honest, no. Who you saw was Davos. He used to be one of my best friends, but he went with my father. He serves as the. You see him kind of glare at the memory of it. He serves as the right eye of the Yiga.
Does Gorian know what he means by right eye, or is that like, does he think it's like a right hand kind of thing?
Give me a history check.
Ooh, 1 second. Nope.
Ah.
Can you ask him?
It says that you think for a moment and you assume it might be similar to a right hand of like a royal, but you're not certain.
Do you think I could just ask at this point, or
Sure, you can ask him.
is that sort of like the right hand of an organization?
Kind of. Essentially, Davos is. Well, to explain, he kind of sits back again, trying to articulate his thoughts. In the Shika, you have Impa, who leads us, but you have Sheik, who acts as her right eye, and you have her enforcer, who acts as her left.
Gorian nods, kind of getting the picture.
It's similar with the Yiga, but Davos, he is their top assassin. Honestly, when he found me, I thought I would have to kill him.
Sorry, what?
He said, honestly, when he found me, I thought I would have to kill him. I didn't know what he wanted.
Gorian asks, given that the symbol for the Yiga clan is reversed, does that mean that the positions and roles of the left and right eye are in backwards too? He figures that that's probably the reasoning that he would have to kill him, because if the right eye means like surveillance and the left eye means strength or warrior for the Shikas, so maybe he's backwards.
And as you say that, he looks at you and he kind of gives a slow nod. That's very perceptive, Gorian.
Gorian just nods.
Yeah. Anyway, when I went to see my father, he always wanted me to come with me, go with him, and I would go to the Yiga compound, and everyone there seemed so different, so free and lighthearted. I was younger then. I was foolish. I was to be named Sheik on my mother's side, but I wanted that freedom too.
It's only natural to want to experience as much as the world has to offer.
Yes, but I didn't know that such things came at a price. While I was there, I would go now and then, but I met someone. Her name was Aisha. And now you start to see him get withdrawn a bit.
So he's kind of climbing up.
A little bit, yeah.
I guess Gorian will try to diffuse it with a story of his own childhood. You said something something about me being impulsively nice, and the reason I say I try is because, well, when I was younger, I was actually extremely bad. I would get very upset very easily, start fights with everyone, trying to be number one. I always felt angry and helpless, and that's one of the reasons why I try my best not to get angry anymore. The Gorons have shown me the way. I have everything to thank them for who I am, for making me who I am today.
You had a good family.
Absolutely. I never met my real family, but I am more than satisfied with being raised by the Gorons.
It must have been nice.
It was. It was very difficult, actually. Very harsh way of life for a Hylian to be raised by the Gorons. A very hot atmosphere, very heavy furniture, and sleeping on rocks, and the food was very tough. Mostly it was rocks, but they
You
brought
both
me
kind of
salad
shaped with
and
a
stuff.
chuckle. Gorian. Thank you. I think I can keep going now.
And Gorian just nods.
Okay. I met this young woman there, Aisha. She was so free-spirited. She had red hair and these beautiful eyes. To be honest, the reason I can't look at Lavana is she looks so much like her.
And Gorian's kind of a little taken aback because the story is way too similar to the story with Levana told him.
And he notices that and he kind of, what's wrong?
Nothing particular. It's very familiar somehow.
Well, she joined the Yiga. She wasn't from Kakariko. She was just from Lon City. You know, she didn't have much. And the Yiga promised her a lot. We grew close. You kind of see him. He looks like he's lying a bit, and then he kind of sighs. We were a little more than close.
And Gorian just nods and he sort of like chuckles as like kind of like an old man hearing about young love or something. You know? Even though he's not even that old.
You see Katal kind of rub the back of his head. I wanted to join the Yiga. So I resolved to.
For her sake.
You seem kind of look down. Yeah, for her sake.
Gorian says,
I didn't really care
Gorian
much about
just
my
like-
sister and my mom at the time, and yeah.
Gorian's just like, I don't blame you, and if I were in your position, I would have no hesitation.
That's just the thing, though. I wish I thought about it twice. What happened when I brought her to Kakariko, I was going to stand in front of my mother and tell her the truth. That I was going to leave. I wanted no part of the Shika and didn't want to be Sheik. Better for my sister to be that, anyway. But when I did, I had no idea it was an ambush.
An ambush?
I don't know how I missed it. You see him kind of look down, and he looks very strained.
Gorian just staying quiet, hoping that he can just gather his energy because he doesn't know if he can say anything to comfort him at this point.
And he ultimately does. That night, the Yiga attacked Kakariko. It was a hostile takeover almost, and for all those times my father saw me and I was happy to be with him, I never noticed how twisted he became. He said the only way for us to be free was to be rid of the Shika. But more than that, he said Ganon would give them freedom. It was promised.
Oh.
I should have questioned it, but I didn't. And because of me, you see him kind of tighten his grip on his knees. A lot of people lost their lives that day. But in my anger, I fought back. I felt betrayed. But when the dust settled and my anger subsided, you see tears start to fall down his cheeks. I was holding her. Aisha. She caressed my cheeks and said it was okay. But Gorian, I killed her.
Does he mean that literally, or is he saying that like metaphorically?
From what she can tell, he seems very literal that he killed her. Like, essentially, he saw red when he fought back, and at the end of it all, he was holding her.
Gorian just kind of heaves a heavy sigh, knowing that that kind of guilt should be extremely heavy, and no wonder he's been kind of distant from everyone.
And you see him kind of withdraw for a moment, and he's looking up at the ceiling, kind of with a blank expression, and for a moment, and then he shakes his head. At the close of which, everyone else was able to repel the Yiga. There hasn't been another attack since. And after burying Aisha, I was named Sheik, the one who sacrificed to keep the others safe. Not long after, though, a few years or so, Anara came knocking on her door. There was a skirmish, but ultimately...
The Sheik decided to help Inara because she was part of the royal family?
No. I willingly chose to give myself to Anara so that she would stop her attack. That's a sign of good faith.
Gorian kind of nods because that's actually one of the reasons that he ended up in Hyrule. Because to kind of smooth things over between Hyrule and the Gorons.
And you see him kind of take a breath for a moment. And ever since then, I've been in her service. I haven't been back home in a while, honestly. And Davos, I guess they're tracking us. For one reason or another, my father wants to see me, but I don't want to see him.
I suspect that he probably plans to get you to join his cause still.
Yeah. He kind of touches the marking on his shoulder, the eye. Back when Lavanna did what she did to me, the reason I was so angry, I haven't felt that kind of fear since what I did to Aisha. I lost it.
Gorian now understands, although he's starting to feel a little bit, I guess you could say a little bit alone at this point, because he thought for a minute that Ketal was cursed like he was, and he thought maybe that if they were both cursed, they could probably find an answer together.
Yeah.
But it seems that it was just like an emotional thing.
And he goes on a little bit further, though. My father did succeed in one thing, though. When I get into a heightened state of emotion, that Yiga, part of me, he had me drink something when I was younger. At the time, I did nothing, but as I trained with them, I would get vicious.
It's like what happened when you were frightened.
Like when I killed that Stalfos. If you recall, you did see the tattoo marking glowing, a very sick, almost purple color, and then it for a moment it seemed like it was upside down, like Yiga symbol.
Yeah. Gorian does want to ask, does this marking have something to do with the Ganon's association? Like some sort of magic that was given by him to the Yiga clan?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but that might not be far off. I haven't seen my family. I haven't let them see this. It might be high time I get checked out too.
And Gorian nods. Maybe we should, in that case, finish up with this place here as soon as possible so that we may venture forth to your family.
He nods. Yeah, I think so. He kind of, he sits back against the wall for a moment, and he kind of looks at you now. And you see him kind of wipe the tears away, and he takes a breath to kind of, he's kind of getting back to his normal self.
Yeah. He just pats him on the back a little too hard.
Thanks, Gorian.
I should thank you for being so open for a change. I'm sorry I had to put you through that.
No. I owe you that much at least.
And Gorian nods and says, one last question. Well, it's a little bit unrelated to what Ketal was saying. You seem to know a lot about this Mark of Ganon. Do you know what I should expect from it?
You say that, and he thinks for a moment. I only know rumors about it. I've never seen one before. But some of our ancient scrolls, a Mark of Ganon, it is almost like a vessel. Should his power ever come into this world, there's a danger it might go into you.
Gorian looks kind of distressed, but he kind of clears his throat and says, do you know if there's any way I can suppress it in the meantime?
Ketal thinks for a moment and shakes his head. I'm sorry. I'm not sure.
Well, I'll just focus on my breathing exercises, I suppose.
Yeah, those might help. Anyway, I'm sure their girls can use your company, so I'll probably sleep up here tonight.
I'm sure this will all blow over in a short while. They can't really afford to stay angry at you forever in this situation. But an apology.
Zora begs to differ, but okay.
Well, an apology would go a long way. Even if I know why you did that, it's still a nice thing to hear.
I know. Anyway, go get some rest, Gorian. I'll see you later, okay?
I will. Sleep tight.
As you get up, in the window behind him, you do the blood moon is still aloft in the sky. It hasn't really changed position, but it's like currently giving kind of a red glow to the room. Not as ambient, as a bit terrifying, retrospect, but even so, it did. You sense from Ketal, he's grateful that he got to speak about himself to you.
All right. So we're gonna.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I guess close the door and try not to attract the attention of everybody else.
Roll a stealth.
Oh, jeez. What's my stealth rating again?
The biggest character in the entire game.
And for some reason, he has all the best stealth rolls. There we go. Yay, 15.
Alright, everyone else roll perception.
Oh, shit.
Perception.
Natural 20 for everyone.
Right?
Oh, shit.
Ironic Ivana will get that.
I am very perceptive as usual.
Oh my god.
Alright, well,
I'm
Misha,
just
you're
sleeping.
currently still kind of in that cuddle pile. However, Lavana and Amara, you all do hear the sound of a door closing from upstairs, and you do hear what sounds like Gorian trying to be as quiet as possible. Misha's sleeping.
Aww.
The snoring covers up Gorian's door closing.
You wish.
She's like the hummingbird. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard a hummingbird snore. It's kind of like that.
I guess Levana will watch the stairs intently, and then when she realizes it's Gorian, she's just gonna go back relaxing beside Amara and making sure that Misha's still sleeping. Okay.
Okay.
Huh, he got off scot-free.
Amira, are you doing anything?
I'm just gonna wait for him to come down. I'm guessing I could just tell from the heavy footfalls it's
Yeah,
Gorian,
it's Gorian.
so-
So yeah, he's just coming down. Trying to find a place to sleep.
Ultimately, he comes downstairs, kind of like he thinks he's being quiet. He's slowly looking left and right, trying to find an empty couch or something.
Mira's just gonna point to like a dusty couch. It's like, there's free.
We're all still like on the floor in the corner beside the door.
Wait, so nobody else has a couch to sleep on?
I don't. Livana has just chosen not to move yet, so.
Because I mean, Gorian would sooner sleep on the floor than on a couch because he, being a Goron, he's kind of accustomed to sleeping on rocks. Well, raised by Gorons.
Well, he would have walked down to see the girls basically huddled, sitting on the floor beside the entranceway, unless Amara or Misha have moved.
No,
But-
they haven't.
Yeah, so you would have walked down to see them huddled, sitting on the floor by the door.
Amira will sort of wave with her free arm. Sees me, she's asleep in the other.
I'm kind of like cuddled in between her lap and like maybe she's being held.
All right. And ultimately, are you just gonna go find a place to sleep and go to sleep, Gorian?
Before that, the house is barricaded, right?
No.
Okay, well, in that, just for good measure, I think Gorian's just going to start barricading the house by pushing bookcases and stuff.
Okay, that'll take you about a good 20 minutes or so to get everything nice and secure, but you feel safer now that everything is
We should probably get to it as soon as possible.
Yeah, you're probably right. The
Okay.
thing is just that Misha's asleep, so Amira's not going to want to move.
Yeah, you're probably right. Can't move though.
Gorian just
It's
picks up,
like having a cat asleep in your lap, but you really need the bathroom. It's like, dare I disturb the sleeping beast?
Don't worry, Misha sleeps like a log. Weh, weh, weh.
Okay, so Gorian just flips the couch onto its side and pushes it behind them so that they could just kind of lean against it.
That works for me.
All right, so with that, you all find yourselves to sleep,
Yeah.
and in this perpetual red moon night, but you do awaken, which you can assume after a long rest. So all your spells are recharged, health's back up to full,
Yeah.
and
Yeah!
Woo!
and as you awaken, the door is currently open.
Oh shit! Not again.
What door?
The entranceway.
The barricaded one.
Didn't we just block that?
The barricaded one is open. It's not barricaded anymore.
Wait, is it like was it like pushed in or was it just moved or?
The barricade that you moved seemed to have just been adjusted, so it's like pushed to the side, and now it's just open.
Okay, is everyone here? Attendance call. Misha just wants to check that everyone's here because the door's open.
And Gorian's just like I. As in yes.
Livana's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
look
here.
for LV first.
Kital?
Look at Elvie first.
I'm looking for LV, yeah.
She was currently drooling in your hair.
Oh, God. LV. I'm gonna, like, wake her up and get the little drool off my shoulder hair.
So instead of drool, it's just like sparkles, like pixie dust or something. Or...
As you pat her, she's like, what? Huh?
Stop drooling in my hair.
Stop having comfortable hair.
Where's Kital? Did he disappear on us again?
Roll an investigation.
Investigation.
I guess Gorian will go check the.
Oh wait, that is also important. Real fast, as you all wake up, you look to Amara. Her scale color is a very deep purple.
Oh.
Was it always
Here's where-
purple?
No.
No, her
No,
neutral scale color
it's
is very.
usually silver or a light teal / blue.
Yep.
Should we do? Should we do like some sort of intelligence or history check to know if that has something to do with Zora's?
It would be more. I don't know. What would it be?
I'm
Hold
just
on,
gonna, like straight out ask her, are you feeling okay, Amira?
I'm fine.
What the heck happened?
Instant denial.
This would be
She's not even looking at you guys right now.
This would be a nature check.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do nature.
Well,
I am just shit rolling today. I'm sorry.
Oh
It
yeah.
Yeah.
kind of makes
one-
sense that Misha doesn't get it.
Just,
You all look at her oddly. You have no earthly idea. All you can tell is that she seems very standoffish at the moment. As in, don't touch me.
Can I have LV? LV, what? Do you know what's going on here with her?
I want
I
to
don't know.
ask if it's her time of the month.
Have Elmi roll me a nature check.
Sure. Yeah. What is nature? Nature is intelligence. Oh dear. Okay. Nope.
Elmi kind of cocks her head to the side of it.
Can I?
I don't know. Did you eat something bad?
Can I roll medicine to see if this is like an illness or something?
You know what? Sure. You can roll medicine.
so much rolling. We really want to find out what's going on.
Finally.
Okay. You look at her symptoms. You've never seen such deep shades in a Zora before. She's the only Zora you've ever seen before, though, so not much to go by. She seems very flushed. Her skin is warm, incredibly warm. She seems to be standing away from Gorian, for one. And she seems to be uncomfortable. That's about as much as you can glean.
So I would assume she is either sick or it is that time of the month. I wouldn't know. I have not had the Birds of the Beanstalk yet.
I don't think you haven't. So you would just assume she's sick.
Okay.
I don't know if this is metagaming. Please tell me no. But Livana is gonna like kind of step closer and take a closer look and be like, do Zoras go like into heat or something?
Are you just asking her?
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask her if you want.
Gorgeous like, shh! That's not appropriate.
Well, she is very hot. So maybe?
Yeah, Amara, she's asking you, what's wrong? Like, are you in heat or something?
Oh god, okay. She's going to tense up at this and give Lavana a look. She's not going to confirm or deny it,
Oh.
but the look on her face just says everything.
Is it like the the super red faced like please stop?
Is this
I
like
know-
that
I
one
know the
episode of
face.
Star Trek
No.
where Spock was
Yeah,
in heat?
pretty much.
Don't even need to explain it. I know the face.
Misha still doesn't know what's going on.
Livana is going to like hold back a snicker and she's gonna kind of like nod to her and be like, okay, sorry.
Amira's just gonna sort of rumble a bit.
Not gonna say a lot.
Towards
Explain what's
Lavana
going
and be
on.
like,
Maybe when you're older.
no.
Okay.
She's gonna be like, yeah, well, at least you don't have to suffer through this, like, twice, like, what is it, once every 2 months? She has to go through heat, like, 6 times a year.
Which, by the way, Gorian, you notice as she talked to you, her eyes linking on you for a moment, as if you look like a delicious piece of steak, and then she like shook her head.
Uh-oh.
Senpai.
You can probably surmise you should probably not stand near her.
I'm gonna go look for Kitol. He kind of
Roll investigation to find him.
He walks away, but he walks away with a slightly exaggerated pace up the stairs to find try to find Kitol in his room. Well,
11. All right, you go upstairs. You go into the attic. It's currently empty.
no crap.
Livana's gonna offer Amira her cloak.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Well, maybe it will at least stop people from staring at your color.
Oh, also worth noting. Her. Oh, yay,
Okay.
biology stuff.
Go on.
She is very deep purple. Also, her boobs look bigger.
Maybe they'll think that's
As if
natural.
they enlarged.
Like, considerably bigger, or just like...
Like, it's like, as if they enlarged. Like, yeah. They're not huge, or by any means, but they're
They've
about a little
noticed
bigger than
that they've
Levana's.
grown.
Yeah.
Are we
And
just...
Gorian just kind of walks downstairs, scans over the crew, and looks at the boobs for a second, but he's like, Kitol's not in his room again.
Livana's gonna glare at Gray.
Darn it.
And then she's going to, like, insist that Amira wears the cloak now.
Indeed.
She's just gonna take the cloak at this point.
And then, as you do drape it over your shoulders, as it does rub against your scales, you do feel a shiver on your body for a moment. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah, you're a little, your skin's a little sensitive right now.
Livana's gonna be like, can this get over these? And she's gonna, like, try and help her pull the cloak over the breast.
Misha will help.
And they do go over a little snugly, but they do fit. So now you have on a robe with cleavage.
Let's just find it all.
Okay.
Yes, right.
She was staring at her boobs straight up. Yeah.
Roll
I guess,
roll a perception check.
Now that Livana's not exactly wearing her cloak, I guess in the picture you guys can see that her shoulders are now a little bit more revealed and her breasts are also now a little bit more revealed, and that her top actually cuts on the sides, just like the picture on Roll20.
As Gorgon steals a peek at everybody. Gorgon knows blue.
I'll lead the way because we might get attacked, and I should be in the front lines. And yes, follow me.
Sure. All right, now as you all essentially make your way out of the house, you do see sitting on the carriage itself, like the old carriage, is Catal. He seems to be currently looking up at the moon. But he does hear you all approaching, and you see him turn his head for a moment and look at you all, and then he kind of nods in acknowledgement.
Why do you keep running away from us? It's no fun. Aren't we supposed to be, like, friends?
You see him blink for a moment. I didn't run away. I just stepped outside.
Livana will not make eye contact.
And
Gorian
it's not either, but not for the same reasons you are.
Oh, God. As
What did
Amaris
you say?
tackles
We can't
over
hear you.
Catal behind the carriage, and you hear crazy sounds. You see clothes being shredded.
Wait, what?
No, resist.
What happened?
Actually, you know what? We're fine. Amira,
No.
make me a wisdom save.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. You glance at Catal for a moment, and like your head kind of tilts, like a predator's, and then you shake your head, and you bring yourself back.
Oh man, if I'd rolled a 1, that would have been so bad.
I kind of wanted it. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be funny as fuck.
I was like ready to like help you, like just like shake it off.
Slap her back to her senses.
Repeatedly.
It kind of makes sense that she shook it up, though. She's kind of done this before.
Indeed. All right, so as you all gather,
Gorian didn't get a wisdom check. Just saying.
actually, you're right.
Oh god, I was
Roll
kidding.
another wisdom save.
Oh, no.
Still worked.
That was good.
Gorian,
Oops,
Huh?
sorry.
Oh, what? Seriously?
as you are, you're standing there, like, looking at Katal now with everyone, you do kind of feel something hug your arm. And you do look, and it is Mara. She's currently looking up at you. She has, like, a kind of a light reddening of her cheeks. And she has, like, a bit of a dazed smile. It's a little cute. And you can see her fangs as she does smile at you, but you feel a little awkward.
You should probably just bring
Nisha,
yourself.
help me snap out of this.
Huh?
Liz.
What?
What are you doing, big guy?
Nisha, help me snap out of this, please.
Misha's just gonna be like... Misha just has no idea what's going on. She's just like, okay? Actually, wait. Livana's hugging Gorian right now, right?
No.
No.
Emra.
Okay,
Emra
then
is.
Misha will assume that it's group hug time and also, like, hug. She's not being very helpful.
Ruin the moment.
Ivana's gonna, like, grab Amira's arm and be like, Amira!
Huh? What? Right.
And then, Mary, you do kind of snap out of it.
Sorry. She's just going to, like, take several steps back.
And you do so,
always
and
gonna do this?
Katal is watching you all with a raised eyebrow.
Gorian actually tries to defuse the situation by just changing the topic altogether. So he just goes up to Katal and he's like, "Remember what I said yesterday about the apologies? And now's probably a good time before we set out."
Misha
You
gonna have
see
to
him-
play the role of clam jammer.
You see him kind of wince. Right.
Ivana, like, is almost, like, shaking her head at Gorian, like...
Wait, what did Gorian do?
Hey, Emra, Lavana, the other day, I lost it. That usually isn't how I operate, so I apologize for my threat.
Ivana does not have an answer. She's not responding.
Eventually, I'll tell you why I reacted the way I did,
I don't need an explanation.
but you deserve one.
Not according to you.
You see him kind of step up off of the off the carriage.
Ivana takes a step away.
He notices. I don't blame you.
Gorian just sort of quietly decides to tell Katal, just give it time.
He kind of nods. Gorian, you do notice, however, every time he does look at Lavana, you see him wince, and you know why now.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, we should get going. Also, he approaches you, Amira, and he holds out the potion. He has the S2 charges, the red potion.
Also, roll a wisdom save.
As he gets closer to you, actually, yes.
Can I, like, give her disadvantage to, like, clam jam?
It's...
Wait, you mean advantage?
Oh.
It's advantage.
Okay. So as he is approaching, you do see his expression, but who cares about all that emotional crap? You see his shoulders. You see the way he walks. You notice every little thing about him. And to you, it looks really good. But you wait. He approaches you. And then, as he gets about 5 feet from you, with these,
not a mirror.
with the, well, a mirror come out, but with the swiftness of a shark, essentially, you tackle him to the ground, and you're currently looming over him. You still see him clenching the potion. Now, currently, he has it like in front of his face. And your pupils are kind of slit at the moment. He went from being apologetic to, "Oh, Mary, what are you doing?"
Emma, now is not the time to play wrestle.
I don't think she's playing wrestle. I'd like to pull Amara off.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
And Gorian is gonna assist her if she doesn't pull it off.
All right, make a strength check with advantage. If Gorian's helping you.
Oh, with advantage? Okay.
I mean, my strength's like 4. No, wait.
All right, this is going to be versus your strength, Amara.
Natural 20.
I will also try and help by, like, tugging at her back fin. Just, like, so. Does that give her disadvantage?
I win anyways.
All right. Amara, essentially, right before they pull you off him, essentially, you were over him and you licked his cheek, and you were about to tear open his shirt before you get yanked back by your head fin, and it hurts pretty bad. It kind of snaps you out of it as you ah. And Catal's still currently wide-eyed on the ground with a potion in front of his face. What was that?
Gorian's like, she's still mad from yesterday. Yes, that's it.
She licked me.
Licking out of hatred?
That makes no sense.
We are moving on. Livana just oh, Amara.
Is she actually saying that?
I didn't know Zoras could go in the... Oh, okay. You see, Catal's face is now also red. More of an embarrassment, though.
She's just looking at everybody.
I'd like to, hook my arm around Amara, so now she... and walk with her like that.
Okay. Catal gets up, kind of dusts himself off. He looks at you all with, sudden, fear. I'll just lead the way, yeah? Cool. Yeah. And, he turns and begins walking, and, Lavana, you do feel a bit of a pull from Amara as he starts walking away. You kind of see her teeth kind of snap at him. But, as the hood is pulled over her face, she seems to kind of calm down.
Okay.
I'm gonna, put one hand on each side of the back of her head to, get her to focus.
I'm going to keep my arm hooked around Amara's unless she tries to pull away. Just, walking at sort of Wizard of Oz best girlfriend style walk.
Right. And you do so. And are you all beginning to make your way now?
Yeah.
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 All right. And as you start walking, it takes about a good 20 minutes or so, but Amara's normal color to her scale starts to return. From what you can surmise, the Zora heat comes and goes during like this week period. Though it seems for now she is okay.
I will
Okay.
take my hands off her, my face, and just kind of relax my grip on her.
Yeah, I'll let go now.
And she charges like a tall. Okay. No, he's fine. All right, so you all continue forward. I need everyone to make me another stealth check as you leave this part of
No.
the castle town.
How can I not be stealthy when I'm on Emera?
Well, not you, Misha.
Yeah, then ignore my roll then.
But I forgot you're on her, so you're fine.
What happened to Jade's mic, by the way?
Can one of the high rollers prevent Gorian from stepping on a twig or something?
You're lucky, because yes. All right, so
Aww.
What? You're not
That
loud.
sucks.
You're actually not loud on this end. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
yeah, we need you back if you can. Just if that's the case, and try to keep you a little quieter, please.
The smaller the character, the worse they roll, apparently.
I mean, Gorian's huge, and you rolled pretty bad.
Only reason I'm saying is because I might miss something in the chat, and I don't want to. So I would rather to hear you. But so yeah, just be a little quieter. That's all. All right. So as you all step forward, you do come upon this road, and you do see some broken and abandoned houses here as well. But there's fewer here now. And as you continue on, the cobblestone work starts becoming blacker, and you start seeing more burn damage and such. And you all continue on until you step into what looks to be it's an open area.